Evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing really well. Something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to shoot this video while we're sat inside Kitt in the garage. So something that I don't normally do I? So this is just a little bit of an update video, but I want to give you an update as to what we're going to be doing over the next few months and also going into next year. So as you can see, sat next to the nose that we can't put on the car because it won't fit in the garage. As you know, the car won't fit into the garage with the nose on. But I've got a plan, I've got an idea for a solution, so it's not a huge issue. But I've got my cup of tea, so we're sat in the garage with the door open because it's actually a really warm night, even though we're in the middle of October. It's actually a really warm night. So what is actually going on then? Well, the job that I did earlier, I had to put the struts on the rear hatch because I left them at the garage where the car was sprayed. So I had to drive back down there during the week and pick them up. And if you know how heavy these rear hatches are, they are so heavy. So you definitely need struts for these. So I put the struts on and now it works fine. So that was a little job I had to do. So at the moment then, what we're going to do is, now that I can open the rear hatch, I can now begin to clean the car more. I've already given it a little bit of a clean the other day on the inside. I gave it a good blowout with the air gun, but I've not really been able to give it a good clean inside because I couldn't get into the rear hatch. As I said, because I couldn't open it because the struts were still at the garage. So now I've got the struts back, I can now use the rear hatch, go in the back and clean everything out. Because that's the first thing. There's dust everywhere still inside. You know, it's only dust, it can easily be cleaned. But I just want to give it a good clean and then get rid of all the dust. I need to pull everything out in here as well, and then we can have a good sort out of everything. So that's going to be a job. In fact, I wanted to do it a few weeks ago, but I've only just got the struts, as I said. So that's going to be a job for the next week or so. I'm going to be doing that. I don't know how long it's going to take. Let's give you a little bit of a tour at the front. You can see I've had to open the hood. I've left the hood up for now. So that's the first job. I need to clean the inside of the car. Now, once we've done that, one of my next jobs is to get a heater matrix. A friend of mine said to me, he said, while all the dashboard is out, because you can see here, look, there, all the dash, everything is just completely bare. We'll go around this way if you can't see it from there. So if you look in there, look, so the whole dashboard, that. While all the dashboard is out, he recommended that I change the heater matrix because they are a nightmare to get to. So I'm going to change that. That's going to be one of the first jobs to do. As I say, I'm going to clean the inside and then I'm probably going to do that. Once I've done the heater matrix, I've then got to get a brand new glass for the driver's door, because the glass that I've currently got has got a little bit of a chip in it at the top. So I need to get a new piece of glass for that. So I then got to fit that in this side. So heater matrix, then I've got to fit the glass in this side. The other thing I need to do is start to put back parts on the car. So as you can see, like the wing mirrors, they don't have any glass. So just little jobs like that. That's another job I need to do. And then once I've done those two things, I'm then going to probably focus either on the fog lights at the front, that go behind the Kitt nose. I'm going to fix those fog lights. I don't know if I'm going to do that first or if I should do the T-bar, because if I move the camera up here, you can see the T-bar, all of that there. So all around the edge, all around here, what I did on my last one, on my last kit, I got some sealant, and I put loads of sealant around there and actually stuck the rubbers down and stuck the rubbers to the actual roof of the car. It sounds strange, I know, but I had a really good seal in my last car. It didn't leak at all. So that's what I did. So I sealed everything, and I've also got to possibly stick the centerpiece down as well. So if you can see up there. So this centerpiece is a brand new section, this here. So that's another job I need to do. I need to play around with that. So when we've done that, so that will be fog lights, T-bar, clean the inside of the car, and also the glass for the driver's door. Once we've done that, I was going to possibly sort out the rear, maybe put the lights in at the back. Another job that I have to do in between all of this, and this is going to be something that I can do as I do all the other small jobs, is I need to decide what I actually want in the car, like for electronics, which gizmos and gadgets that I want. So then I've got to start to run all my cables, or at least have a plan of exactly what I want in the car. Another job that I've just thought of, and this is not scripted by the way, I just thought I'd pick up my phone today and just make a quick video. So I've got no exact list that I've wrote out previous. This is just to make it up as I go along type of list. So, but this is going to be accurate. This is exactly what I need to do. So then once I've done all of that, run the electric cables and everything, or at least, as I said, make sure I know what I need so I can start buying all the cables and the wires and everything. Another thing, and this is really important, I need to paint the base of the car. So get some rust inhibitor, maybe some black hammerite, I don't know yet. I've got to look into the best thing to actually get. And I'm going to paint the actual floor of the car so that it gets a layer of protection before I actually put the carpet down. So that's going to be a job that I have to do quite soon before I do anything else in the car, because I want the floor of the car to be fully protected and, you know, not stand any chance of getting any rust. So I'm going to do that. Not that I park it outside anyway, as you know, I parks it inside, but you know, I always like to make sure that I do everything the proper way and I don't leave myself open for any future potential problems. So then what we're going to do after that is I will probably start putting a lot of the dashboard back together, because although when you fit these dashboards to these kits, although the dashboard is of course an aftermarket piece, you still need certain parts of the dashboard that came from factory. So you can't just buy a Knight Rider dashboard and just take everything out from the old dashboard and just put the new one in. You still need certain parts of the old dashboard, because the Knight Rider dash actually sits on part of the dash from factory. There's certain things that you still need in place. At the moment, as you can see, it's completely bare. I've got nothing at all there. I've taken off so much. All of the system, all of the heating system, and all of my dials and gauges and dashboard and everything, that's up in the loft. So I need to get all that down and start going through it all and then go from there. So that's what we need to do so far. Those are just a few jobs. Another thing I need to do is the center console. You may know that the center console, the actual Kitt center console, will go down here. So that's another job I need to do. I need to get it out, give it a good clean, and then mark out where I want my center console, or where I want my actual, my lower dash, my lower console. It all gets a bit confusing because you've got your Knight Rider center console that goes here, but then you've also got the Knight Rider electronics lower console, which goes on top. So yeah, anyway, moving on. So what else have we got here to do then? We've got obviously the PND seats, we've got the carpet, we've then got all of the Knight Rider electronics, and I know that there's lots of stuff to do there, but that will probably, everything I've just mentioned now so far, that will probably take us up to about January, February time. If I can get some time over Christmas, I'm going to try and get a lot of this done. So the engine itself seems to be running okay. There's a couple of checks I just need to do on it. I've also got a puncture on the driver's rear, so I need to sort that wheel out, go and get that repaired. What else have we got? All of the door cards, the door panels, we need to obviously order them in the new year at some point, but we'll do that. So, I mean, the door panels are like some of the finishing off touches. We're not going to worry about them until probably March, April time next year. But there you go. That's what we're going to be doing over the next 6 to 9 months. So still a lot of work to do. I've had quite a few people ask me if I can go to some car shows next year in my local area here, and yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to some car shows, but what I will say is that even if it isn't finished, even if Kitt isn't 100% finished, I will still take him to some car shows, even if he isn't finished. Of course, he has to be MOT'd and he's got to be road legal and everything. Of course, that's obvious. But even if it's not completely finished on the inside, I will still take him out for a little drive now and again, because I think that'll be good just to get him out and about sometimes. But we'll see what happens, because it's very difficult to say. When you start doing all of the electronics and you start pulling things out, you can't drive the car for a while because there's wires everywhere. You've got basically everything everywhere. So once you start to do the electronics, you really just have to keep them in the garage until it's finished, until all of the dashboard is completely finished. It's no good trying to take them out while you're doing the dash and all that, because that's just not going to work. So I think I might get to a point, maybe March, April time, where I can get him on the road looking good. The scanner will work and everything. I'm going to make sure the scanner works, and I've got I've got 12-volt power and everything is rigged up, but I'm just going to have to see, because there's a lot of work left to do, and my plan is to finish this by May/June next year. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to do it. As you know, it's a lot of work, and the list I've gone through so far is just the things that I can think of off the top of my head. There are some other little bits and bobs that I need to do, like things like the speakers. So you can see the speaker is there. So I need to upgrade the sound system and do all of the plastic trim at the top, you know, the plastic on the inside, the sails, and then get all the seats and everything reupholstered. So those are all the finishing off touches. Yeah, we've been there, done that, haven't we, with the last kit that I built. So I know everything I need to do, and I think I've mentioned a lot of it in this video, but that's pretty much an update as to where we are right now. So yeah, a lot of work, and I will be honest, this is going to be my last kit. I'm not building any more for myself after this, because this has taken me, where are we now? 2025. So I bought this, didn't I? It will be 4 years in March. 3 years this March just gone. So yeah, that'll be 4 years. 2022, I think I got it, didn't I? It was March 2022 I got this one. So this is going to be my last kit. I'm not building anymore. There's no way I can go through it. I mean, when I say I'm not going to build anymore, I'm talking about for myself. I'm not going to build any more for myself, because I want to keep this one for a long time. And if I get to a point where I've had enough of it, then so be it. But, you know, I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. I'm not going to worry about getting rid of the car before I've even built it. I mean, the first kit that I had was absolutely, it was just incredible. Driving it down the road was just like, you can't explain how much fun driving something like that is. And this one is going to be even more fun, because I'm going to have state-of-the-art electronics. I'm going to have a system. I won't say too much at the moment, but I'm going to have an electronic system in the car, which is just going to be next level. So lots of stuff to do. Yeah, so no plans to get rid of him when I've built him, because seriously, the time that I'm putting in to building this number 2 kit is just crazy. I mean, I've been doing it, what, it'll be 4 years in March. Yeah, so where are we? So I'm looking forward to getting him finished. It's strange, because unless you've actually built something like this before, and you've built some type of a car like this before, you can go through all different emotions, because when you're building them, you plow all of this money into the car, and then you come out to see it and it's just in bits, and you just think, oh my God. You just think, oh, I've got so much money invested in this, and it's just sat here and I can't even use it. And it's such a difficult thing to just, it's such a difficult pill to swallow when you've got potentially an absolutely incredible machine. I mean, when it's finished, it's going to look incredible. And that's what keeps me going. I just have to keep looking forward and just think about the day when it's actually back on the road, and then all of the hard work will be worth it. But it is very difficult along the way, because you're ploughing all of this money into it and time. And I know you guys get to see parts that I upload, but there's a lot of things I don't video and don't show you along the way, because of obvious reasons. There's only so much time I get. There's jobs and stuff I do on the car which can take me a lot of time, and you know, it can be quite stressful as well. But I also enjoy it. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to enjoy it when it's completely finished, just as much as I did the first one. But along the way as well, I do enjoy the build, I do. But there's two sides to it. You also can get a bit stressed out, and it can be emotionally tough, because, as I said, you look at the car when it's just in bits and you think, oh my God, I've got all of this money tied up in this car and it's just a mess. But equally, I do enjoy being able to come out into the garage and just shoot videos like this, because, you know, I've got the car here. It is about 70% complete. So I am grateful for that, for actually just being able to have a Trans Am like this myself, which is not far off a Kitt conversion again now. Well, that's enough of that anyway. So yeah, there you go. So leave a comment, let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to video. If there's anything else you'd like me to talk about as well during the build, because this is coming up on, what, 3.5 years now I've been doing this. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't actually put on video. There's a lot of stuff I don't talk about because there's things that I just don't really want to talk about on video to do with these builds, because otherwise, well, I don't know really how to explain it, but maybe I will in some other videos. It's not all bad. There's lots of good things and bad things that happen that I don't really sort of talk about to do with these cars. But no regrets. I'm definitely going to finish this car no matter what. And this car, this Kitt number 2 will definitely be on the road next year at some point. As I said, whether he's going to be 100% finished, I don't know. But he is going to be on the road next year. So we'll just keep plugging away and just keep... I've got lots of bugs in my garage because it's a warm night. Lots of bugs. I don't know if you can see up there, look. Lots of bugs flying around. Yeah, so, all right, well, thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, just leave a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to Funky Projects if you're not already. Oh, and another update that I will just give you before we end this. I've got a website that I'm going to be building soon. And that website will be, you know, completely different to YouTube. That's going to be my own website. So that will be launching in the next couple of months at some point. So I'll be giving you more info on that. So that will be somewhere that you can go, and I'll be able to make like different types of videos, and I'll upload different stuff to the website, stuff that I wouldn't put on YouTube and other social media platforms, because this will be my own website. So that'll be a little bit more of like a personal touch to the whole thing. So you'll be able to watch different videos and see different updates from me. But anyway, that's enough of my rambling. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you like this type of style of video, let me know, and I can always do some more. I can maybe come out and do one during the day where I maybe sit next to the car and maybe set a tripod up or something and just talk, or maybe even do like a live stream or something, go live if enough people want me to do it. And you know, you can maybe ask me some questions about the build, or if there's any particular things you want me to talk about, then I can. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, see you again, hopefully, in another video. Take care.